to the Healing Insights 70-day course. We are on day 12. We have 3 more days to go in the area of step 1, which is detox. Let's get started. Today, my healing insight is your inner child needs you. This healing insight has proven to me how necessary it is to foster, nurture, and care for your inner child. Your inner child must heal before you heal. I will repeat that. Your inner child must heal before you heal. We don't realize that trauma we have experienced or perceived as a child can haunt us for the rest of our lives. Teal Swan made it very clear that the trauma did not have to be as severe as physical or sexual abuse. Just the fact that our inner child perceived it as a trauma of maybe feeling abandoned, feeling alone, feeling unsafe or afraid is enough to keep us stuck. She explains this in her podcast, Overcoming the Past, Trauma, the Shadow, and the Inner Child, compliments of Hay House Radio. I recommend you check it out. It is enough to keep us attracting the same types of situations in our lives. I know that may be hard to grasp, but the law of attraction is a real law in science, just like the law of gravity is. Please remember, you must process and release emotion not serving you. This is necessary so that you can stop having the same thoughts, feeling the same way, having the same experiences, and reliving the same events in your past. One activity I did was to create a timeline. The instructions were to start at age 5 and list any events or memories in 5-year increments. To create a list of items to meditate or tap on. My first memory was of me refusing to eat spinach. I remember how slimy and smelly the canned spinach was. Yuck. I ate everything else on my plate, hoping I could just slide by. No luck. My mother insisted that I eat my spinach. My dad naturally agreed with her, so I sat there in front of my plate. My 2 brothers ate their spinach and were excused from the table. But there I was, stubborn as an ox. I didn't give in, and neither did my mother. I sat at the table for 2 hours after dinner time. I can still feel the ice-cold stares that my mother gave me as she would walk by to check on my progress. She would say, "The sooner you eat it, the sooner you get off the chair." Still, I refused. I felt her anger, resentment, and frustration build as her voice became more stern and her glare more narrow. But still, I just couldn't eat that spinach. It was slimy, cold, it smelled, and it made me nauseous. Even though I knew I was disappointing my mother, I just couldn't make myself do it. I really wasn't trying to be defiant. I really wasn't trying to piss her off or make her look stupid in front of my dad and brothers. I was sincerely grossed out by the spinach on my plate. I'm sure I expressed all of that to my mother, which probably made things worse. That's why I was still sitting there. It seemed like eternity. The temperature in the room seemed to drop with the cold stares and the silence that was between us. I remember thinking, I just want Mom to love me. I just want to be a good girl. I felt sad, but this stupid spinach was standing in my way of pleasing my mother. My brothers would pass by the kitchen. They would look at me like, "Oh shit, you're gonna be in so much trouble." Their eyes had pity for me and sadness at the same time. I could feel that my dad was tense. He went and sat in the living room to watch TV. He was so serious. I just kept thinking, I wonder what my dad thinks of me. He's probably mad at me too. How am I going to get out of this? I could feel the hard chair on my bottom as I sat there. I tried to feel comfortable. I was falling asleep at the table when my father finally declared, "That's enough of this. You're done. Get off the table and go to bed." I believe I was 6 when this incident took place. I often wondered if the spinach incident was the reason the relationship between my mother and I had never flourished. I wonder if my mother looks back on this as the first time that I defied her, the first time that I challenged her, the first time that I made her feel so angry at me. I wonder if she could never get over it and if she held it against me. Those are the thoughts that I had so many times throughout my life. Those are the feelings that I have felt that have made my heart ache so many times. The funny thing is, I actually love spinach now. I eat it several times a week. No, I don't buy canned spinach, only fresh spinach. But every time I eat my spinach, I think about that incident and I say, "Look, Mom, I'm eating my spinach. Aren't you so proud of me?" This is just the first of many incidents that I had unprocessed emotions around related to the relationship with my mother. Throughout my life, there were many more severe incidents with more hurtful words and actions that took place between us. All of these events were listed on my timeline. Yes, I have meditated, tapped on each and every one of them, many of them multiple times. By releasing the emotion that was connected to all of these incidents throughout my life, I have been able to see the beauty. Yes, the beauty. All the love and all the caring moments throughout my life. I have been able to see the moments that my mother and I shared. Nick Ortner explains it like this: tapping clears away what's been blocking you from seeing all the good that has happened during a certain situation. So if for no other reason, please tap on the events and the thoughts and the emotions so that you can let them go. Process and release them all. Allow yourself to see all the good that has been and is in your life right now. You need to honor your inner child. The activity, soul-searching questions, and daily challenge can be found in the workbook under day 12. Our activity is called Shh. Instructions. Think of one phrase you tell yourself daily. Example: I'm so stupid. I can't tell. I'm broke. Use this phrase to guide you to know how to quiet your critical voice. Write this phrase below and rate how high your level of judgment is on a scale of 1 to 10. So if you haven't gotten your notebook or your pen, go ahead and pause the video and you can go ahead and write down what that phrase is for you. Take as much or as little time as you need. And please remember, I do have the workbook, so if you decide to print it out, feel free. All right, moving on. Soul-searching questions. How did you feel when you thought of the phrase you tell yourself every day? Why do you think you have been so hard on yourself? Remember, it's okay to be your own friend. How do you think being your own friend will help you heal, create the life you deserve, and live your full life? Daily challenge. Turn hope into action. Tap and release. Tap on each phrase that is not serving you to release negative thoughts. Use the tapping meditation to release negative thoughts. I have a script for you here. So let's go ahead and do this, because the main purpose of this course is that you take action today. Remember, we talked about this in the last video. We're not guaranteed tomorrow, so we can't put it off until tomorrow. We are present and we are alive today. Let's take advantage of that and let's make it the best day that we can. All right, here we go. I'm going to use the phrase that I listed up above. I'm so stupid, the very first one that I gave as an example. All right, here we go. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I probably would say that was probably an 8 when I would tell myself that every day. So that was my level of judgment. Here we go. Welcome to the tapping meditation to release negative thoughts. You can pick one acupressure point to stimulate or start on the eyebrow point and move through as you repeat the statements out loud or to yourself. If you do move through the points, please remember to include Spirit Gate 7 located on the side of the wrist. You can choose to close your eyes to add an extra level of relaxation and comfort to this technique. We're going to use Spirit Gate 7 today. This is one that I learned that I was able to process and release the death of my dad. And it is Spirit Gate 7 right here, just as you kind of flex your wrist right in here. And this helps you to release sadness, sorrow, and grief. All right, here we go. To begin, find a place where you feel comfortable and safe. We will take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale. Let's do it one more. Exhale. All right. All right. Go ahead and start tapping on your Spirit Gate 7, and we will begin. Even though I tell myself I'm so stupid, I choose to forgive and honor how I feel. Even though I tell myself I'm so stupid, I choose to forgive myself and honor how I feel. Even though I tell myself I'm so stupid, I choose to forgive myself and honor how I feel. All of this judgment, I feel it in my mind, body, soul, and spirit. I have this judgment because I don't know how to be my own friend. I only know how to judge myself because I have done this my entire life. How can I ever get rid of this judgment? if that's what my old programs tell me what to do. I judge myself so harshly every day because it's just a habit. How can I be gentle with myself? Everyone else around me judges me too. I just want to figure out how to let go of this judgment. What if I could just release some of this judgment? I choose to forgive myself for not knowing how to be my own friend. I choose to change the habit of judging myself daily. I choose to stop judging myself so harshly. I choose to stop thinking I am so stupid. I choose to take responsibility for my emotional well-being. I realize that it is up to me to learn to be my own friend. I'm releasing this judgment so I can be kind to myself. I'm releasing this judgment so I can create a space to heal. I'm releasing all of this judgment right now from my mind, body, soul, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Release any and all feelings, thoughts, events holding you back right now. Slowly open your eyes when you are ready. You may feel the need to do more tapping. If so, please measure your level of judgment on a scale of 1 to 10, before and after each round of tapping, until you feel relief. A number below 5 is a good stopping point. From everyone here at Live Your Full Life, may you find the hope, healing, and peace. See you in the next video.